We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you an executive? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So tomorrow evening we are going live, and one of the issues that we are going to be talking about is the difficulty many law-abiding citizens face in trying to obtain a gun license in Jamaica. If you were deprived of a gun license and you want to share your story, send me a WhatsApp message to 876-458-9111. And remember to join me tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock Jamaica time for this live stream. Don't miss it. Now, in today's journey, well, over the next few days, I'm going to be taking you on a journey that you have never experienced before. I've just left Savannah Lamar and I am heading to Hanover. In this journey, I'm not going to drive through Granger like you are used to. I'm going to be driving to a place named Jackass Pass, and then I'm going to go up to Askenish, then down to Lucy. You're not going to want to miss this journey. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey with me. In the news today, detectives in St. Ann, they have arrested and charged a U.S. citizen for the offenses of assault with intent to rape and indecent assault. His name is Shane Samuels. He is a 44-year-old plumber and he's living in the state of Tennessee in the United States of America. So what we are finding out is that a female, she is 17 years old and she's living in the state of Minnesota. She, her parents, and 2 siblings, they arrived in Jamaica last weekend and they were set to depart Jamaica today. They were staying at a popular resort in Ocho in the parish of St. Ann. Early yesterday morning, Thursday, March 27, about some minutes to 1 o'clock, this 17-year-old Caucasian female, she was at the club at the resort. She left the club and she took the elevator and was heading back to her room. It is said that she was in the elevator alone with 44-year-old Shane. The allegation is that Shane grabbed her and pulled her inside his room. It is further alleged that Shane, he pushed her on his bed, unbuttoned her clothes and started kissing her all over. He then started fondling her. The allegation is that the female, she resisted and Shane, he stopped. It is alleged that the female, she then ran out of the room, went to her room and reported what transpired to her parents. The hotel was informed and the police called in. The police, they commenced investigations and Shane, he was taken into custody. Like I said, Shane, he was charged for the offenses of assault with intent to rape and indecent assault. So, he'll be facing a judge shortly. In this next report, on Wednesday, March 26, a delivery man living in the parish of Trelawney, he drove a silver 2013 Mazda motor car to the Scotiabank in Brownstown in the parish of St. Ann. He parked the car, entered the bank and withdrew 650,000 Jamaican dollars from his bank account to do some business. He then went back in his car and placed the money in a brown knapsack bag. The man, he then drove the car to the court store in Draxall where he parked the car in the parking lot. He then went inside the court's building where he spent a little bit over 10 minutes and returned to his car in the parking lot. To his surprise, the left back pivot glass on the car was broken out. Further checks were made and the brown knapsack bag, which contained the 650,000 Jamaican dollars, was missing. Hoodlums thief it. Just like that. In this next report, I brought you a report on Sunday about a guy who robbed a female. He has now been charged by the police. But this is not his first, second, or even third rodeo. We are finding out that this guy is a serial rapist and robber. We are told that he targets females who are waiting on taxis. His name is Willis James, but he's popularly known as Scooby. On June 17, coming up, Scooby, he'll be celebrating his 50th birthday, and he's living at Enfield District in the Brownstown area of St. Ann. On Wednesday morning, November 6 last year, about 8 o'clock, a female in her early 30s, she was walking along the Mount Olivet main road in St. Ann when Scooby, he drove up in a white Toyota Fielder motor car, pretending like he was running taxi. As the female entered the car, Scooby, he brandished a knife and threatened her. Scooby, he then drove with the female to a lonely road where he took away her cell phone and proceeded to repeatedly have intercourse with this female against her will. It was not until the next day, Thursday, November 6, Scooby released her in the Brownstown area. A report was made to the police and Scooby, he was held. He was charged for rape, abduction, grievous sexual assault, and robbery with aggravation. Scooby, he went to court and he was granted bail by a judge. Early Sunday morning, March 23, shortly after 12 midnight, Scooby, he was at it again. But the question is, how many other females Scooby might have taken away and maybe even killed? Or how many other females Scooby took away and they're too ashamed to report it to the police? Early Sunday morning, a female in her mid-20s, she was standing along the Huntley Main Road in the Brownstown police area. She was trying to get a taxi to go home. Scooby, he drove up in his white Toyota Fielder motor car and he stopped at her feet pretending to be a taxi operator. The female asked him if he was going in her direction and Scooby told her yes. The female, she went and she sat in the front passenger seat of the car. It is said that Scooby, he drove past where he was to turn to go to the female's destination. He then pulled a knife and pointed it at the female and robbed her of over 20,000 Jamaican dollars in cash and her iPhone 12 Pro Max cell phone. We are told that Scooby, he tried to have intercourse with the female, but it was her time of the month, so he didn't. He then left her along the roadway. The female, she was assisted to the Brownstown police station where a report was made to the police. It is said that the police, they went on the road with the female and Scooby, he was pointed out to the police standing beside his white Toyota Fielder motor car. When Scooby was held by the police, we are told that the car had on a different license plate. Apparently, Scooby, he changed it when he let out the female. Those license plates were found in the car. Scooby, he was accosted and searched by the police and cash amounting to almost 17,000 Jamaican dollars plus the iPhone 12 Pro Max cell phone that he robbed from the lady were found in his pants pockets. Scooby, he was charged by the police for robbery with aggravation and fraudulent use of registration plates. He'll be going to the courts shortly and let's see if another judge. Anyhow, in this report, did you know that under the new Firearms Act, someone can be charged for professing to have or have access to a firearm? You didn't? Well, a guy from Westmoreland is now facing that charge. His name is Tyrae Dennis. He is 23 years old and he's living at Baggy Lane in the Waterworks area of Westmoreland. Now, here's the allegation. Tyrae, he was involved in a relationship with a female. That relationship produced one child who is now 3 years old. It is said that that relationship with Tyrae and the female ended over a year ago, but they share custody of the child. Since recently, they started having arguments about the child's school arrangements. It is said that Tyrae, he sent the female a WhatsApp message with the photo of a gun with bullets beside it. He threatened the female that he would use the gun on her if she did not abide by what he was telling her. On Monday morning, March 24, the female, she contacted Tyrae asking him to bring the child to her home so that she could get the child ready for school. It is alleged that Tyrae, he refused and he told the female via voice note, "Me don't talk and me gonna do all of the talking, you know, girl. Me not take no loose talk in a this. A death before the sana. Gunshot in your head, girl, and make sure you no carry my name go a station." He then sent the same photo of the gun with the bullets beside it. A report was made to the police and Tyrae, he was picked up. He was charged by the police, so he'll be going to the courts shortly. A word to the should I say the fool or the wise? Anyhow, this one, it took place last week, Wednesday afternoon, March 19, about 3:30. It took place at Basta Cedar Walk in the Petersfield area of Westmoreland. What we are learning is that there is a pipe that supplies water to two neighbors' houses. A female named Kerry-Ann Clarke. She is 40 years old. She's living at one of the houses, and a guy in his mid-20s called Tommy, he's living in the other house. It is alleged that last week, Wednesday, both Tommy and Kerry-Ann, they had a dispute over the pipe. As a result, they started to fight. It is said that Kerry-Ann used a machete to inflict several chop wounds to Tommy's back, his chest, his left hand, and his left foot. Residents, they rushed with Tommy to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. Kerry-Ann, she was picked up by the police and she was subsequently charged for the offense of wounding with intent, so she'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next report, a 43-year-old taxi driver popularly known as Fatta, he's living at Truro district in the parish of Westmoreland. He is now in police custody facing serious criminal charges. If and when Fatta is charged, I'm gonna be giving you his government name. The allegation is that Fatta, he was involved in a relationship with a female, but she called it quits. It is said that the female, she started a relationship with another man. Late last night, Thursday, March 27 at minutes to 12 midnight, the female and her new man, they were at home at Townhead district in Westmoreland when it is alleged that Fatta, he went there, pulled a gun and opened a barrage of gunshots in the house. He then ran away, making good his escape. No one was injured, but there were several bullet holes in the house. The police, they were called and they found 10 9mm spent shells on the scene. We are told that the police, they went to Fatta's house and he was found and taken into police custody. His hands and the clothes that he was wearing, they were swabbed for gunshot residue. No gun was found. More to come. The mayhem. In this report, a man named Hambert Howell, he was a 58-year-old farmer living at Picklepole in the parish of St. Ann. On Tuesday night, March 25, about 8:30, Hambert, he complained to relatives that he was having serious stomach problems. We are told that Hambert, he did not seek any medical attention. He took some home remedy. Early the next morning, Wednesday, March 26, about 6 o'clock, a relative went to check on Hambert and he was found unresponsive, lying on his belly in his bed. He was DEAD. The police, they were called and they processed the scene. We are told that no mark of violence was seen on Hambert's body and no foul play is suspected. Investigations are continuing. Sad indeed. So, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, that young man on your screen, his name is Odane Brydson. Some of his friends called him Lippo. On August 14 coming up, Odane, he will be celebrating his 36th birthday. He was living at Orange Bay in the parish of Hanover. For long-time persons in Negril, Odane's father was a well-known dollars man known as Big Hungry or Skanky. Odane, he's a past student of Rossi's High School, and in about 2015, Odane, he became a district constable. He was assigned to the Marine Division in Montego Bay, and anyone who knew Odane, they would tell you that being on the sea was Odane's life. We are told that Odane, he was a goalkeeper for the police football team in Western Jamaica, and he once suffered an injury. According to him, he didn't like how the force dealt with him. You remember when that marine police boat was stolen in Negril and it was recovered in Honduras? Odane, he was one of the police officers who went to Honduras for that boat. When he returned, he was given the opportunity to matriculate to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, but Odane, he stated that he was not interested. The reason he gave was because of how he said he was dealt with during his injury. After a while, Odane, he stopped showing up for work until he subsequently deserted his job. We are told that Odane, he then started working as a boat captain on the Negril Beach, carrying tourists on the waters. Our information is that in January of this year, Odane, he was involved in a conflict with another guy in Negril. Blows were thrown, and both Odane and the other guy, they were arrested and charged by the police. We are also told that recently, Odane, he was playing football and he got into a confrontation with a player on the opposing team. Word on the street is that Odane, he kicked up the guy, and word on the street is that that guy who was kicked up, he has ties to a gang in the area. Our information is that some hoodlums who knew that guy, they did not take the news of him being kicked up kindly. Yesterday afternoon, Thursday, March 27, Odane, he was at a barber shop at Orange Bay in Hanover. It is said that Odane, he got into an argument with a guy who was there and threatening words were hurled. The guy then left. About a few minutes to 4 o'clock, Odane, he was sitting in the barber shop waiting to get his hair cut when a motorcycle rode up with 2 hoodlums aboard. The Kerry-Ann, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire, hitting Odane in his upper body. They then made good their escape on the bike. The police, they were called and they rushed with Odane to the Noel Holmes Hospital, where he died whilst he was being treated. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 2 9mm pen shells were recovered from the scene. So the question is, was it for one of these reasons why Odane was killed, or was it something else? The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Good boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of